Well, good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. From me, Bishop. It's early in the morning here at the Bishop family compound. Kind of like the Waco compound, but not as violent and weird. And, well, most of the people on the Bishop family compound are atheists or agnostics, or they're like me, which are like atheist mystic split, which means sometimes I believe and sometimes I don't. And I don't actually care to try to make that somehow be one way or the other. I'm all right with the contradiction. I'm all right with being a mix of things. We all are a mass of contradictions. We all believe things that don't go. So you believe A and you believe B, and when you put them together, they don't really go together because they contradict one another, and yet it's all in your head. There it is. I think it's easy for us to remember that this works at an individual level, but it also works at a collective level. At a collective level, as a culture, as a society, as a political body, we believe A and we believe C, and they contradict one another. And I'm not just talking about opposing political parties. No, I'm talking about within individual political movements or cultural communities. I'm talking about groups that seem to be unified. We are less unified than we like to think within our own group. Whether we're anarchists or Democrats or socialists or Republicans, or maybe we live somewhere where those categories don't apply to us, but some sort of political label or cultural label like straight or gay or multicultural or something, right? Some label that only captures some part of our experience in this world, and a label that might actually preclude, it may stop us from seeing some other part of ourself that is as important or as important sometimes. I know I'm speaking in generalities, but it's early in the morning for me, as you can hear from my gravelly little voice. It's what I'm thinking about. And that's what I do with these sermons. I just sort of spew a little bit. I give you a little bit of what's off the top of my head. I have more refined writings I do, so if you're interested in the writing I do where I take more time, please check that out. It's on my website, bishopbishop.com, under Daily Dose. And then when I perform on stage, it's generally a little bit more polished. I generally have a little makeup on, and I'm having a grand good time. But these are sort of just these weird little vignettes, right? And hopefully they tell you something useful, maybe. Give you a little food for thought. So, sometimes I just babble a little bit because I don't want to always be lecturing. I don't always want to tell you what to do. Sometimes I just want to think a little bit, and perhaps my thinking a little bit helps you think a little bit, but not necessarily in the ways that I think. So that's what I think this morning. Until next time, take care and keep on keeping on.